sunlight though. It's a lot. Hello, people. Welcome to Quarantine with Lexiii Dee, and I'm your host, Lexiii Dee. We have here Mr. Twayne The Kidd. Did I say your name?
Good. That's how you say it. That's right.
Start out my interviews with basically having the person I'm interviewing give like a brief intro on who they are and where they're from and what they do. So can you do that for me?
My name is Twayne The Kidd. Honestly, how the name, where it came from. I started off as Ty West the West as a YouTube account back in like '08. I was like 12 or 13 when I made that shit. And I was obsessed with Kanye at the time, like, as you can tell. Like everything that I could think of was like just the bear, like graduation. I was just like really, I think inspired at that at the time. My cousin, when he would see me mess around with beats, cause like I started fucking around with FL too at the time too, and he was saying like, "Yo, T Wizzle, T Wayne," and he would just always call me that. My cousin Jeremy, shout out to him. Since I took that name, I was like, I'm gonna be just T Wayne for a little bit, and then I saw somebody on the internet as like T Wayne BSM who ended up making the nasty freestyle, the first let me hop out the Porsche or whatever. I was blown up online. So I was like, let me add like the kid to my name. Because people big coming up to me like in middle school, like, oh, like someone's already named T Wayne. Da, da, da. I was like, bro, I'm T Wayne The Kidd. Like since like 7th grade, so that'll be like 2010. Like I've been having this name, Twayne The Kidd. I'm from New London, Connecticut. Everybody knows what's the word, A60. I'm wearing my fish hoodie right now.
Question. This is probably like the most random question to ask you, but is Connecticut fun? Like, what do you guys do out there?
Bro, keep it a buck. It's the burbs. So like, honestly, I don't know how to explain it. Like, we'll have like a couple stores. You have the mall. It's like on some TV stuff. I don't know. We're
But
just
it's kind of like,
for
it's just like
sports.
social.
Yeah, honestly, if you know people, then you're cool. And like honestly, I was running track, and then I was also on the internet putting my music up and my beats. And at the time, nobody was really rocking at it. Like Connecticut doesn't really like art. Like it's not. I don't know.
It's not the place to be for that.
Yeah, like even if you listen to music, like if it's not trending, they're not fucking with it. Like they're just gonna skip it and be like, nah.
I want you to basically go into like deeper depth about how you started producing. Like, what gave you that jump start to like dive into it? Because weren't you rapping first?
Yeah. At first, I was really just recording mixtapes or whatever and downloading beats from this dude named Rousey K. And he was making video game type beats. And it just became my sound. Like, that's my sound I'm known for right now. I just love listening to it. And I was just like, bro, I can definitely like try to make some of these stuff so I can stop pulling them off YouTube. I just had a demo and I was fucking around with some shit. And honestly, it was garbage for a couple, like 3-4 years, bro. So yeah, I picked up sampling. That's the first thing I did before I started playing instruments. And then I got really good at doing sampling beats, and I started sampling video game type beats. I've been doing that for like, I've been making beats for 8 years prior, to be honest.
Oh, well, that's a long time.
Yeah, like started from 7th grade and moving forward. For the first couple years, for the first couple years, I was terrible. And then when I got to high school, I used to always bring my laptop to the lunch table and everything. Niggas was hating on me, talking about why you bring this big ass shit to the table. Some people was cool with me, some people liked it, but like honestly, it was a grind. And I was sitting there just recording songs. I had a couple people always coming over my house. I was in a group recently named Black Burbs with my friend Vernon, Elijah, Justin, and Mark. And they used to come over my house, and I'd have to come upstairs and I'd record them, and we'll do a couple sessions. And the music was okay. It was getting a little bit there. Niggas was hating on us too. Like, it was just a whole big beef. Like, people on Twitter would start tweeting at us talking about, like, you guys are lame. Like, why are you guys even doing this right now? Like, go do something else. Like, why are you wasting your time? Like, bro, this is just a lot of bullshit. The music scene in Connecticut, it was no music scene at all. Like, I wasn't even thinking of music as how I think about it now today. So I'm glad I was able to get out and be able to explore because I was able to see different stuff. And it took me to a different road. It actually stopped me from rapping for a while. And that's what really got me into the producing shit, and I started taking it more serious.
In regards to like those people hating, like they were just jealous because they knew that you were gonna like you were doing something that you were passionate about and that you loved, and they probably weren't doing shit with their lives.
Yeah,
So
it's literally the same
fuck
cliche
them.
story for every nigga, bro. Like it's the
Literally
same niggas, bro.
everybody. Niggas in the beginning, when they see you working towards something, they don't believe you and they want to talk down on your shit because they can't go after their own shit. So they
Yeah,
feel like they can deter you and make you like because of their words, they can make you stop doing what you're doing and like hold you back. But that's not the case. I feel like everybody that's like trying to get somewhere or trying to achieve something big that they are already all go through that shit. Like I went through that shit too. Talk to me about your the recent placements you got, or the placements that you have, or that you already have in place that I've
Oh,
heard
okay.
about. Because I know you
So
just dropped what is his name, Jay Grams, all year. You
yeah,
just dropped that, and then like you worked on a lot of projects. You worked with Olawumi. You've worked with Cousin Stiz. You've worked with what's her name, Abby.
Abby Jasmine.
Abby Jasmine. You work with a lot of fucking people. So can you talk about your placement?
For the most part, what it started with Stiz. Maine really did a good job helping me out with that. Shout out to Maine. And he was getting a soundtrack together with Derek, and he pretty much saw my song produced with Stiz and was like, "Yo, let's get that onto the soundtrack and get it together." And that's what got that rolled out. He was also working at Cinematic too, and got a look for Abby around that time. And then that's when they hit me for that. And I was like around October of 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And this and records already came out around this point. Like the movie was like pushed out and everything.
Yeah.
Uncle Drew was like a big thing. Abby was promoting Trap Mom, and then out of nowhere she just dropped the cover, and I was on the back cover, and I was like, oh shit, all right.
Just made it.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was like around Halloween time, I think too. So like honestly, all of it really was just like pushed out between like 4 months
Mm-hmm.
for every project. Jay Grams recently, that was a old beat that I sent to Cinematic in 2017, and then he ended up picking it out. But when I heard that he picked it out, I just started just going through his catalog, listening to his music, and I just saw this shit was like really dope. So I was just like, oh word, like let me try to reach out to him.
Mm-hmm.
So I hit him in. I was like, hey, can you give me a contact to Jay? And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna tell him to hit you up. And he hit me up on Instagram, just followed me back, and then I was just watching his freestyles and stuff and just promoting it. And he's just a cool dude too. Like I can't wait to get into contact with him. Like all of this was really just recent.
Crazy that you made all these connections through like social media.
Yeah.
You haven't met a majority of them, yeah?
No, I've been used to like meeting people on the internet and like
Uh-huh.
connecting with them for years.
Okay,
Like,
yeah. Cause I don't know why I thought like you like actually go into like a studio and you actually work with them, but that's
nah.
usually not the case sometimes anyway.
A lot of the producers, they usually don't have like the opportunity to always be able to get to like where all these artists are, and even
Yeah.
most because it doesn't necessarily even need to be a studio. Like you can have like a mic and have like a little setup and have people come record over it. Like
Yeah.
Brockton has that. Like when I go link with like Luke and Ricky and stuff like
That
that.
center, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
I went to.
exactly. Like honestly, it's just a wonderful thing to do. Like that's a great opportunity to have. It's just like a good what's the word I can say? Like a good asset to have. But
Right.
not a lot of artists or producers have that, so we're just sitting in the bedroom. Like I have my speakers, like I have my laptop, my equipment, so I'm grateful for that. But I pretty much been just doing the work at home, sending out emails.
That's a blessing.
Yeah,
At least you're fortunate enough to do that. Some people aren't fortunate enough to do that.
like this quarantine life didn't even do anything to me. This has been the
Yeah,
same. Corona didn't do shit to me.
at all.
Nah.
Like a lot of people have been like, "Oh my gosh, I can't go to the studio," but it's just like the niggas that just be sending emails at home. I just like,
I was like, bro, I've been like working on new shit. Like I just launched this new Instagram page, at Twayne Snippets, and I
mm-hmm.
was trying to get everybody to start rocking with it because like everyone's been asking me like, where's your beats? Where can I see it at?
So
So
if
through
you
there.
guys need someone to work with, this guy right down here.
And if you just want to listen to beats, just that. Like I'm
Yeah.
definitely about to put some content on there and have that shit rocking.
How do you feel about the conversation about producers kind of being like, I don't want to say thirsty, but like are so like persistent on trying to get that placement with someone? Like, do you feel like that has overshadowed what producing really is supposed to be about? Like what
I
it's
I
really supposed to
mean,
do for you?
I think all producers is really trying to say like, oh, I'm just doing this for the bread, I'm trying to get rich. Some people I feel like producers are just broke and they're just really struggling for the opportunity and they want it that bad enough. But like honestly, they gotta get out of their heads and realize that like you just gotta stay down because like it's really not that serious. It's really not that crucial. So as far as like producers going and like forcing it, talking about, oh, I'm gonna save this beat for Drake, oh, I'm gonna have this ready. You don't have his number, bro. Just like you're gonna work with him eventually. Just try to move on to the next and like try to get your stuff together. And if you're not finding artists, make your own brand. Like start posting your own stuff. Like people just like wait for someone to come and bring something to them when they can just make something for themselves.
Do you feel like it's one of those situations where you just have to put your head down and just keep working, and then eventually the work that you put in is gonna like come to life?
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Literally, like you're just doing that, and then you just keep talking to people. Like the more you network to people, the more you're gonna basically closed mouths don't get fed. People just aren't really moral anymore. Like some people are just weird. Like when I talk to them on the internet, and then I see them in person, it's like two different people. I don't think it's necessarily like a lot of producers. Well, there's some producers, but I feel like it's really more to the artists because of the egos. And it's just like, what world are you living in? Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. Like they're just in a whole different universe.
Scared money don't make no money.
Exactly. Like people, like there's so many opportunities. There's so much bags you can grab,
Yeah.
and you're just sitting there just complaining.
Don't even get me wrong, but like when in regards to those artists, like I hate those ones that be like weird in person, just like be thinking they're above all. Because like the same way you got it, the faster it can get taken away from you. So humble yourself.
People just forget that we're human at the end of the day too. People act
Exactly.
like they're above somebody. Like you're
Yeah,
not
like you're
God
not
or
above
anybody.
anyone. Just because you make more money than someone or have more money than someone, or let's say like your shit, you're like you're seen on TV or whatever, it doesn't make you a better person than the
Yeah,
next.
exactly.
To talk to you about your A&R, your manager. He's your A&R and
Yes,
manager, main.
that's my manager.
Okay. So he's your manager. Because I always get confused because he's like, he is an A&R, but he's like also
I
managing
mean,
like a bunch of people. Talk to me about how you guys connected. Like, how did you meet him? And how did you get in link, like contact?
so Shad was commenting under my tweet for Lino when we dropped for talk show. And it was
Mm-hmm.
going crazy at the time. So I DM'd him and I seen his bio talking about A&Rs for producers. And I'm like, I thought A&Rs for like artists and repertoire. Like, what does this mean for producers? And like, oh, like we help you connect with artists, get placements, et cetera, et cetera. I have this person that's working with a couple producers named Jermaine. I can link you with him right now. And I was like, yeah, just shoot me his number. So I texted him, and then Mean texted me back, and he was like, "Hey, what's up? Da da da. Like, just give me a call. Just want to talk to me on the phone. Just see who I am. Just basically like this, like a whole little short interview though."
Mm-hmm.
And then we were cool. I sent him a beat and a couple loops that day, and then Mean was just like, "Yo, this kid's the future. We need to lock in and do this." He
Mm-hmm.
put me in a group chat with a couple of my friends right now, who you know, mutuals. I'm cool with Sean.
Yeah.
Parks in there,
Yeah.
my Hector's in there,
Yep.
CY, a bunch of names
Yep.
I can't even name, honestly.
Yeah.
It's just all the homies, honestly, and it just feels like the Justice League, and it just feels like another family. So I
Yeah.
just felt like I just got welcomed in and seen a whole different like
It just felt right.
world of like yeah. It just put my head straight, honestly, because I was looking at music completely different, like of how to get placements and how to like. I was just like other producers, sitting here chasing placements and sitting there how trying to force like relationships.
If there's one word you could use to describe your experience so far working as a music producer, what would it be and why?
It's just spontaneous because
Why
it's
spontaneous?
random. You can just be sitting there and watching a movie and get a sample idea out of nowhere, or I could be sitting there making a beat and something could bother me, and I'm just like, nah, I'm not feeling it. It's random though. I don't know.
Yeah.
It depends on the day. It depends on what room I'm in. It depends on like it's certain different factors that like goes into me like working on beats and like where I'm at. You get stuck in your own world from your local hometown, like
Yeah, they never show
if you don't utilize the internet or network right. Like I was stuck in Connecticut that I didn't really know anybody, that no one was really rocking with my shit. Until
yeah.
I started like utilizing the internet more and like networking with people in Massachusetts.
When you step out of your area, you usually see the reception you get for sure. That's with
Exactly.
everything. Like with me, when I like joined Twitter and stuff and social media, and I saw the way people were like connecting with like the interviewing and the writing and stuff, it made me feel so much more confident. I swear to you, because the people that are like our locals, no support at all.
They just look at it like it's weird, and like
Yeah, it's just like because you're trying to
most of
do
the
this.
locals I know be on Facebook too. So I just be like, bro,
Yeah, I don't
I
even
don't
have.
know what you're doing.
I don't even have Facebook.
Yo, generation too though, it's really crazy to be the ones that was sitting there, that was in class with me, that was like, yo, like why are you doing that? But I don't know. I don't think about that every day.
I feel like it has to do with a maturity thing too. Like people mature over time, and then like when they get older, they start understanding more. But when you're younger, kids are mean. I'm gonna just say that kids are fucking evil.
Yeah.
Okay, they're fucking like the devil's incarnate. They're fucking mean. It sucks that like when during the process nobody's really rooting for you, but once something comes out of it, that's when they're like, oh yeah, I believed in you from the beginning, or I've been rooting for you, like I knew he had it in him. Bullshit.
It's funny though, cause like I don't know, it seems like the famous story or whatever. Like everyone goes through it,
Yeah,
everybody. So it's funny.
literally. The most embarrassing thing that's happened to you recently that you can talk about. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be music either.
I was just tweeting a joke, but I was talking about the Kendrick Lamar in the club or whatever. But I didn't mean to really. It just got taken out of context. I deleted the tweet though. My boy Ricky.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, it's gone though. It's gone. So no one can see it though.
Why?
Because brands can't talk about it. Can't talk about it. Can't talk about it. But all I'm gonna say is I it was kind of embarrassing. I shouldn't have done that.
You gonna work on it.
I mean, I'm
Yeah,
young,
don't beat
so
yourself up too much over it either. Like you're still young. You're learning.
I just turned 22, man.
Literally,
Like
you're young. Like I don't under. We're not gonna get into that because I'm gonna go like on a whole rant. But like you're young. Don't beat yourself up. You make mistakes. This is your learning years. You feel me?
yeah, I'm definitely gonna
Like,
calm it down. I'm calming down the internet though. Focus on the beats because I'm definitely doing some hot shit.
what do you have going on coming up next? Are there any upcoming like songs with some artists we should look out for that you got in the works?
It's kind of hard to talk about. This is one big one actually that I have. It's a collab, but I can't say the names because I don't know if that would mess up. I don't know. It's a label issue. That's all I can say. So, I have some stuff coming up with Peso too. He sent me a couple
Okay.
songs. We're gonna get something together. And on a regular note, me and my boy Visa the Great back from Connecticut, we have this album we're working on. It's called Kid Visa,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna be releasing it at some point in the summer.
Oh, that should be lit. Thank you, T Wayne, so much for being a part of this series.
Yeah, no problem.
Make sure you guys follow that page that I pinned in the comments. I will also be posting it again in the edited videos bio when I put that up. Make sure you follow T Wayne on Twitter. Do you want to put your Twitter name? Is it the same as your
Yeah,
Instagram?
it's the same as my Instagram, and that's also my Facebook page name if it's still up there. My music
If
page.
anyone wants to contact him, and if you guys want to reach out for some beats, you guys again go to the pinned comment. That's on this.
Bitch sit on my face, I attack that. Choose up, Lil John, I'm finna pack him. When it comes to my bitch, I'm straight active. Dirt ball in the coupe, smoking cat piss. Lil bitch,